Alan finds solace in saying the Kaddish, despite the fact that his relationship with Judaism is convoluted and difficult, given his tense relationship with Ezra. He also finds himself thinking about the Auschwitz barracks on a regular basis. This jumbled and inconsistent blending of memory, daydream, and nightmare does, however, help to disorient viewers just enough to elicit true feelings of dissociation, horror, and uncertainty, sentiments that have now formed the very foundation of Alan's second-by-second reality. Alan tries to talk through all of these emotions with Charlie, but is troubled by his deteriorating mental state. It's quite simple to overlook the fact that David Alan Grier is actually Alan when portraying the part of Charlie, because to his loving performance. Alan is a therapist who provides himself with therapy, and the outcomes are conflicting, kind of like some warped version of an treatment on acid. Charlie's tepid reactions show that Alan might not be ready to fully address his own difficulties just yet, despite the fact that Alan is wise to create a foil to test his ingrained patterns of thinking. Charlie is mostly silent and stoic, offering a sympathetic ear for all of these emotions that Alan has struggled with alone for too long. Charlie does gently challenge some of what Alan is saying about his relationship with Ezra. For instance, Charlie just delivers a brief comment when Alan discloses that Ezra was unable to make apologies with his mother while she was ill and really caused quite a bit of turmoil when she passed away. He only mentions that both men were going through a difficult period when Beth was dying, rather than taking the devil's advocate position or attempting to go deeper into the father-son connection. Always a competent therapist, Alan is aware of how his pent-up sadness, fury, and depression prevent him from seeing his own life clearly. And he's starting to see that his personal problems might possibly be keeping him from giving Sam the finest care possible. Charlie claims Sam is the most interesting patient Alan has ever had, as they joke about the professional difficulties that come with working with someone like Sam. And what about that? I think he's right. Alan struggles with it all as a result in an endeavor to become a more self-actualized being. Even his momentary thoughts of being rescued are contaminated by visions of Sam finding his secret message and forcing a knife down his throat, which is the worst-case scenario. This image, which the camera chooses to linger on, is quite graphic. As I watched, it occurred to me that, to my knowledge, Steve Carell has never acted in any blatantly violent or bloody moments. It's like witnessing someone kill a bunny, watching someone mercilessly abuse him. While I'd like to argue that we should do everything in our power to keep him safe, as the days in Sam's basement pass, my fears are growing. Speaking of Sam, Alan doesn't really have anything left to offer his patient while he deals with his own issues. And Sam is furious. Sam only appears a few times in this episode, disrupting the now familiar rhythm of their sessions by keeping Alan and Sam apart for the majority of the time, only to bring them back together at the conclusion for a touching shared moment. Sam looks for a replacement for his pet therapist because he broke it. He asks if he may go to private treatment with his former high school counselor, a muscular, no-nonsense guy who clearly doesn't seem like he'd take Sam's kidnapping lightly. The therapist offers him his phone number and appears receptive to the idea. Cue me yelling, "Run!" at the TV. Sam is experiencing something as a result of Elias's murder. Sam spends considerable time here contemplating his humanity, which suggests that Alan's empathy-focused therapy is at least partially effective. When he was a teen, did his high school guidance counselor think Sam's adult life would be miserable? The guidance counselor responds, "You always hope things turn around," to the question. Similar to this, Sam tries to get Mary, his ex-wife, to agree with him by asking whether he has a problem. When Sam reacts, Mary drops the hottest bomb of the episode. "You were my spouse, and then we split up. I believed that there were numerous issues with you." It's a great sentence, and actress Emily Davis delivers it with a totally delectable air of matter-of-factness. She immediately retracts and assures her ex that he is a good man because she is a sweet person. Why not? She doesn't have any cause to believe otherwise. Sam is aware of the truth. He's starting to think he can't change, but the fact that he's even struggling with these thoughts suggests Alan's advice might be changing his viewpoint. Sam makes a stop at a bridge his route home. It's hinted that he considers jumping over the fence for a split second, but decides against it. Instead, he goes to the nearby Staples and purchases a printer for himself. Sam overhears Alan attempting to say the Kaddish for his wife earlier in the episode. Alan can't finish it since his brain is simply too overworked to remember the words. Sam exhibits what Alan refers to as empathy in action when he brings the printer home just to print the Kaddish for Alan. Sam responds in an odd time, "I don't feel good." This conversational fragment may suggest that Sam is ready to lose control and commit a horrible crime in a traditional horror narrative, but in this serial killer therapy setting, it shows that Alan's methods are in fact effective. Therapy isn't enjoyable, it's frequently uncomfortable and taxing effort. Sam's discomfort is a sign of this process, which is difficult, if not impossible, for some people. Sam doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would put up with discomfort for very long, which is unfortunate. Sam admits to Alan that he didn't really place Elias's body where it could be found as he connects the printer. Though he had every intention of doing so, he changed his mind after a truck driver gave him a strange look. Although Sam was undoubtedly wise to do this, Alan's hopes for rescue have been severely damaged. A devastated Alan recites the Kaddish, a prayer of hope, toward the exact doors that previously stood in for his rescue in the episode's tragic end.